sometimes.
So after a point, so having done this for a decade and a half, it has no more a challenge because the client has already seen our work and that's how they're approaching us. So and every single person who walks in does want lots of light and lots of ventilation. There's nobody who says, I want a really dark, dingy space. So that's already a plus point. So therefore, and me being a light person, and our focus being happiness at all times, light and happiness are directly connected. You look at it at an energetic level, you look at it at a philosophical level, you look at it at a religious level, in whatever way, light and happiness are directly related. And our focus is always in ensuring that the spaces that we do are best lit. So either to get privacy or not, then you modulate the way you are going to use it. That's all. All our houses end up having courtyards because that is a learning that we've taken off from the ancestral and the historical architecture of the entire country, except for absolute extreme areas and regions where climates are extremely different. You don't end up having courtyards, but big or small, every sort of an ancestral home has had a courtyard, and there has been a reason for it. There's a purpose that is served, and therefore all our houses incorporate this concept to as much of an extent as we can, so that we can bring in that additional light and energy. I can't really depend on my neighbor to give me light and wind. I have to be self-dependent for it. They act as my hot air escapes, and they also act as light sources for the houses. So that is also another thing that we adopt into every building. They also become these little green patches of, happiness and plants. So that's also something that we enjoy doing within our buildings. It's really fun all the way. There's not so much conscious effort into it anymore because it's just become the way we do things.
You also said anti-borewell. So
Yes.
how do you bring that? Because every client wants a borewell. So how do
Anti-grass,
you
anti-bowel.
anti-grass, anti-borewell, the
So,
radiation? You spoke about that, right?
yeah, so I've always come across as an extremely stubborn person that way, and most people find it very difficult to communicate with me because when I believe in something, I just do. I'm not really so anti so many things, but there are these couple of things that I feel very strongly about. Uh, we are in this world, it's not a one-way process, everything is a two-way process. Only when I'm going to give something, am I going to get it back. If it's happiness, it's healing, it's love, it's anything. And that's exactly how we look at water as well. And water, if you look at it traditionally, is the source, is what you call your Lakshmi, or that is what really life is supposed to be around. So just taking water out, the borewell system worked in the context that it was invented also in Mysore as a region. It had a purpose to serve when it was invented. The way it is now looked at as a very selfish way of just withdrawing water from the soil and not really thinking of giving back, I find that extremely unfair. Also, to assume that I have a right over something that actually belongs to everybody is also very unfair. The borewell water is not mine. The borewell is mine maybe, but the subsoil water is everybody's. How can you claim it to be yours? And you're not really paying for the actual environmental damage that you're doing for putting that borewell in. So if our clients do ask for a borewell, we absolutely flatly tell them no. I do try my level best to explain to them the way it is not going to sustain. It's an absolutely unsustainable way of harvesting water. It's not going to last you more than 4 to 5 years depending on how many borewells are in your vicinity. So it's literally putting money down a hole. 1.5 lakh of rupees are absolutely wasted. You can invest that in something else. So what we in turn give them a guidance towards is that you can actually be self-sufficient water-wise without having to do a borewell. And that is something people are getting very curious about. And that's simply by doing a rainwater harvesting system in a way where you first conserve water and then you let it go into a recharge, the excess water let it go into a recharge well. And this recharge well will automatically become a generator well of just water molecules attracting water molecules, because you just pour a little water here and pour a little water there, you keep adding droplets of water in this spot, water will always move towards water. And because of continuously doing that over about 4-5 years, that recharge well will become a generative well, and you can start pumping out water from there directly without having to have a borewell itself. Not only are you giving to nature, nature will give it back to you. So this is what we try. And if they are still stubborn about it and they're absolute denial, we'll allow them to do what they want to do, but we don't participate in it. Of course, we try to make sure that we still do a recharging system so that the borewell thrives and they're still giving something back. Grass is again, I think something that the Britishers did to us. It's such a waste. I mean, I get amused. Except for my dogs loving the grass for when they have stomach problems. I don't see why any sort of grass and the amount of resource and maintenance it takes and these pretty manicured lawns. Why grow lawns when you can grow food? I mean, there's such a lot of space that you can do so much with. The lawns are also going to bring in mosquitoes and breed mosquitoes. Their only problem. I have never. There are so many alternatives out there. It's time to look at an alternative. So I really see it an utter waste to put lawns where you can actually grow food. It's your roof. Do a green roof, but grow food. You have a big patch of land? Grow food. I don't. We could grow anything else. Why grow hemp? Grow hemp for goodness sake. It's also good, but not grass. So we really don't encourage our clients into having grass. If they want to do it, I don't come in the way because each person has a reason to doing what they want. I'm not participating.